because education is and should be the top priority for all New Mexicans. We're talking about our children. And so what I'll do is I'll just go down the line with your questions. One of the questions was about the West Side split and what are my views on this. I do not believe that splitting a district just for the sake of splitting is reasonable or even logical. But I do believe, and in our last board meeting, I did call that the board look at this extremely seriously. If it is better for our children, then we do it. But we don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Because if all we're going to do is create a system that operates in the same fashion as the one we're in, well, our results will be won't be any greater. And we have to look at the financial impact. The financial impact that we will have on the West Side. Will we go into this in debt? I know that people use the argument of Rio Rancho. Rio Rancho had Intel to fund their base bottom line. Would that be an issue? It's an issue that we need to look at, and we need to sit down with both sides, look at the pros and the cons, and decide what's best for our students. And if it's best for our students, then we split. If it isn't, then we don't. So, that's my take on the West Side split. Homelessness. How can we better address the needs of our students? One of the things that the board has done is we have, because along with homelessness comes mental health issues and issues of behavior in a classroom. And what happens to most of these children is they get pushed out. So what we have done during my term, Mr. Escobel's term, is we have redesigned all of our policies. We no longer have zero tolerance policy. Zero tolerance policy. We no longer have it. That's my phone. And one of the last policies that I really wanted to make sure that we had when kids are coming in that deal with drugs and alcohol, because mental health does lead to substance abuse. I mean, it all lumps together. And so you have to kind of hit them one at a time. One of the policies that we just implemented was to make sure that we have interventions. Before, they were just pushed out. I worked for the county. If I had a drug or alcohol problem, I could go to the county and they would give me counseling. How can we not do any better for our children? And so the policy's in place. There is some grant monies available. I currently, in my private life, work on these types of issues through the Juvenile Detention Center, Juvenile Justice Center. So homelessness, that's, there are so many pieces to it. We do have a great homeless program that actually I believe needs to just extend a little further out. Let's see, what was the JROTC, Junior JROTC. One of my schools, at Trisco Heritage High School, had a waiting list of 125 children that wanted to belong to JROTC. Now these are needs that the children are asking us for. How can we not support what the children are asking us for? There are children out there, you all know our society, what society has come to. Children are raising themselves, and they want discipline, and they want direction, they want leadership skills, and JROTC offers a lot of that. Our classrooms are overcrowded, and our teachers cannot do that. That is not their job. Theirs is to teach. Theirs is to teach. And JROTC has been oh my goodness. All right. These are big issues.
We'll have more time to answer them in the questions.
Okay.
Who would like to ask Ms. Griego a question? Andrew, would you stand and introduce yourself and ask the question?
Leo Lopez, Rio Grande 65, and others. But Dolores, you have, when I was there at the board meeting when you raised the issue of a split, and a lot of people have been talking about a split, pros and cons. That's not the basic issue. In a democracy,
What is the question?
the question is, in a democracy, are you in favor of putting the issue to a vote? Not whether you want it or not. Will you take it to the people for the vote? That's what I want to know.
Will you take, and my understanding of the question is, will you take the vote of splitting the APS school system to a vote?
I'm in favor of taking it to a vote. I would rather see that the populace decide what they want, knowing all of the issues, than to have it come down upon us and be forced on us. Yes, most definitely.
I was
Okay,
wondering,
No more questions,
Oh,
we'll move
oh,
forward
I-
to the next person.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank
And
you.
are you a candidate?
Yes,
What's your name?
Philip Travis.
Philip Chavez. Okay, we will go back to you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dolores, for your answers.